Hello everyone, this is Vivek Dulal from Chemical Engineering first semester. On the behalf of our team, I'll be showing you a demo of our project on C programming. The names of our teammates and the course link is in the description. Feel free to check it out. Let's get to the demo now, shall we? Our project goes by the title Digital Diagnosis Prototype. What does our program do? Well, it does one simple thing. It shows the probability of diseases a person may be suffering from. As it is just a prototype, we have taken only 5 diseases into consideration, but the symptoms these diseases carry are extremely similar, making it difficult to predict the correct one. We have COVID 19, pneumonia, common cold, allergy, and flu. Now let me show you how this works. I've opened the terminal and run the program. You can see on the screen it says this is a disease diagnosis platform. Please enter 1 for yes and 0 for no. Then it asks you a question, do you have fever? If you have fever, you are meant to enter 1. If you don't have, then you should enter 0. Let me enter 1 for now. Then it asks another question, is your cough dry? No. Now let me just put some random ones and zeros. After the completion of the program, this shows the disease probability, top two diseases that the patient may be suffering from with their percentage. This just seems like a simple if-else program, but it's actually not. Why didn't we use if-else? Because if we used if-else, then to display a certain disease, for example COVID-19, the values set for COVID must exactly match with the values inputted by the user. But in real life, you might not have all the symptoms but still might be suffering from the disease. So we used a special stats formula called residual sum of squares RSS that calculates variance. It takes the user data as the mean value and compares with the value of each disease. The user's data is subtracted with the data of individual disease. Here you can see in array of disease there are multiple rows. The first row is for COVID and the second for pneumonia, then so on. In COVID, you can see ones and zeros. These ones and zeros are in the order of the questions given below. 1 is for true and 0 is for false value. Then, summation is done to calculate the total variance of COVID. After that, in another loop, the variance of pneumonia is calculated and so on. During this, RSS0 stores the value for COVID-19, RSS1 stores the value for pneumonia and so on. There is also an additional loop for no disease. No disease is declared in the struct array of disease where its all values are 0. If the user inputs all values 0, then it exactly matches and shows the result no disease. For storing its variance, there is an additional loop for it. Lesser the variation, or as I say variance, between the disease and the user's input, the more probable the patient is suffering from it. For example, let us assume we get variance equals to 2 in COVID and variance equals to 1 in pneumonia. Taking 0 as mean value, pneumonia is pretty much close to 0. So, pneumonia is almost a total match. Then the data is sorted, both the variance and the name of disease. The variance is kept in ascending order and the disease with least variance, which falls in the first position and the second position after sorting, is displayed. We also need to swap the name of the disease because the variance may be sorted in ascending order, but the first position of string is always carried by COVID-19. Then under the same condition, the swap function is called, which changes the name of disease from one another. The disease with the least variance gets position 1 and the disease with the most variance gets the last position. Finally, by using the condition if I is less than 2, only 2 diseases are printed. But if the value is exactly equal to 0, then no disease is printed. Let me show you what happens when all the inputted data are 0. A file named digitaldiagnosis.txt is also created to keep the output. This can be used as a pre-test in the future in hospitals. By doing this, the doctors will have time for more patients. If you have any queries, feel free to comment down below. Thank you for watching. That's all for today.